What's up, everybody? I'm Brandon Johnson. Welcome to Beta Records TV, and we have got a very special treat for you today. In the studio, the founders of Devo, Gerry and Mark. Welcome to the show, fellas.
Hi. Thanks.
Very cool to have you here. Let's jump into the new record. You guys are going at this, the presentation of this record, in a whole new way. You guys are doing focus groups, online focus groups, before the release of your record, and the new songs for the record have been chosen. Are you guys happy with what your fans went with?
Yeah, it was 88% in line with what we were thinking anyway. Okay. And obviously, the songs that they were choosing from were all songs we liked. I think over 40,000 people ended up participating, so it was pretty interesting. It was an experiment.
A lot of artists want to have as much music control as they can, and you guys are sort of opening up the floodgates. Now, is that a new venture for you guys, or is it more just part of de-evolution?
Both.
Both.
We were very protective about what we were trying to do and what we were trying to say 35 years ago, you know, and back then we needed to be, because no one understood what we were talking about when we talked about de-evolution, when we talked about things falling apart. And now, all these years later, it's all happened. People, they know what we're referring to, and we like the idea of them telling us what they think Devo is.
I know that a while back that Dell approached you guys and they wanted to use the song Whip It in the commercial, and you guys said, well, why don't we try something new?
Right.
Was that the spark that kind of got this whole thing going for a new record?
Certainly the reaction to that song definitely was, because that commercial ran nationally for like 3 months, and people all recognized that that was Devo. When the Teddy Bears produced the song for us, they decided, here's what Devo should sound like, and we liked it.
And the interesting thing is that after all the years of doing music, it was the first time we kind of were interested to find out what other people thought, and they had a great take on it. We realized people now kind of understood Devo in a way that we were happy about.
Right. We're not ahead of our time. We're in it, and
and
people, like Mark said, people do have their idea of what Devo should be, and a lot of times they're pretty good ideas.
Devo was sort of born out of the tragedy that happened at Kent University.
That's true. He banned from campus, and you had seen people shot, unarmed students shot and died. And so we started getting together in an off-campus dormitory called the Davy Dorm, where there was some little artist ghetto spaces that you could use, and started hatching this idea of Art Devo. And then it was like, well, what would Devo music sound like? Not just visuals.
Right.
And that's when we started making experimental music that we thought fit the idea of devolved music.
We were lightning rods for hostility in the early days. We felt like we hadn't done our job if we weren't in the middle of a physical confrontation before our show was done.
I mean, we were shocking in the beginning, and people thought, what are these clowns up to? They either like hated us or laughed at us. And now, if you ask somebody about de-evolution, they go, oh yeah, sure. You know, like it happened. We're all living in a devolved world.
There's a whole new generation that's really opening up to Devo now. You guys have played Lollapalooza, you've played Coachella, you've even done the Olympics and stuff. You know, what is the message that you want people to take away from a live Devo show?
Wake up, be informed,
Right.
Later is now. And we're like I said in the past, the house band on the Titanic, and we're there to play the familiar tunes for you, and we'll all go down together. We're like a curiosity in a zoo.
Awesome. So where can all our fans out there find the latest and greatest in Devo?
At the two-headed orangutan cage.
Yeah.
ClubDevo.com.
There should be accurate information there.
Well, we can't thank you enough for coming by, guys. It's been a total honor and a privilege to have you here.
Well, thank you.
All right, folks, stick around. There's more Beta Records TV right after this.